I'm doing the craziest experiment today with a freeze dryer. I heard that there is a certain food that you can freeze dry in only 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding. So we're trying that today. So we're here at Walmart to see if we can find the idea that I have for this experiment. I'm not positive that this is going to work. So I'm thinking I'll just use 2 bags of my marshmallows for this first run. And then if it's a fail, I'll save my other 2 bags for a longer run that I know will turn out. But I mean, they gotta work. So we're gonna find out together. Whenever I freeze dry candy, I always use parchment tray liners. I'm using my tray liners from Crunchco. They're really nice because they're pre-cut to the size of your freeze dryer tray. And I always have a 10% off discount code with them. Check in my video description. Gloving up for today's run because I might end up giving these as gifts to people. Oh, but you know what? I should get my freeze dryer going. That would make sense. When you freeze dry marshmallows, you don't want to do any tray warming because they can puff up huge and explode, which we don't want. All right, so I'm gonna go into candy. The loading tray temperature, I am going to do 140. I am not going to do a pre-warm. Dry time, this is where we're gonna send it down to 15 minutes. This might be a total bust. I saw this on the internet, you guys, and I'm always willing to try something new. Should we do it for 20 minutes just to be safe? Let's do 20. I feel better about that choice. All right, 140 for a dry temp. I'm gonna hit start. And now we will just wait our 15 minutes while I unpackage the marshmallows. I'm like second guessing myself. Why? It doesn't matter. If it fails, then it fails and we can redo it with great results. But if it works, that'll be so cool. Now I know I could fit way more marshmallows on my trays. I mean, they will expand, hopefully, that's the goal. But as I said before, I don't want to waste all of my marshmallows if this isn't gonna work. So we're starting with half, and if we have success, we'll do the other half later. But look how cute these are. I am just like obsessed. The little carrot is adorable. And the bee, one of my dreams is to become a beekeeper one day. I want to actually start like researching and studying on how to take care of bees, but I think that would be so fun. So I'm like obsessed with all things bees and honey. Okay, our 15-minute countdown is done, so we can load up our trays. Our shelves have heated up to 140 degrees. That's my loading temperature. And that's the temp that's gonna freeze dry at. I hope this works. So here we go. I'm just gonna stack them every other. And it's kind of fun that we'll know our results in 20 minutes. What I have had happen before is taking candy out of the freeze dryer too soon can make them deflate. I've had like Jolly Ranchers that puffed up nicely, but I took them out too soon, and as soon as the vacuum pump turned off, they shriveled back up. That's what I'm worried about happening here. But someone posted on the internet that it worked, so we're trying it. I need to close up my drain valve. Are we ready? I'm gonna hit continue. Okay, the pump is turning on. I'll meet you back here in 20 minutes. Okay, we're down to our final 30 seconds. They puffed up beautifully. I mean, some of these are huge, like too huge. But so far, step 1 has worked. The trick is gonna be whether or not these deflate when the vacuum pump turns off. So let's see what happens. All right, keep an eye on this when I unplug my drain valve. I think they might be okay. Y'all, I feel like they lost a teeny bit of puffage, but they look beautiful. They're actually perfection. I'm in shock. Holy cow. 20 minutes, y'all. 20 minutes. Okay, here's my original carrot. Here's the freeze-dried carrot. Aren't they so cute? If you have kids or grandkids that you put Easter baskets together for, these would be so fun to add in there. I'll show you. I'm hoping I have candy bags that I can store these in. These are really fun to put on top of hot chocolate. You just set it on top and it starts to just melt away into the hot chocolate. It's really fun to do that. They're also really good to just eat. I prefer the taste and texture of a freeze-dried marshmallow versus a regular marshmallow. Same with Peeps. We may need to do the same thing with Peeps when we get a little closer to Easter, because I don't like Peeps regularly on their own, but I do like them when they are freeze-dried. It like totally changes the texture of them and it's delicious. These are so good. And look just how cute the bees are. I am obsessed with these. They're so cute. Okay, I do still have a few Mylar candy bags ready for me to use. For these big marshmallows, I like to set them in like a pack of 3. So I like to get a bigger size Mylar candy bag, but I don't have that today. I didn't think that far in advance to order some. So we're just gonna use these. These are my standard size that I package like Skittles and Hi Chews and Starburst in. This is a 4.8 by 7.9 inch bag. I'll have these in my video description. I just get them on Amazon. They're great for packaging candy, and they come in all different colors. So we'll see how many I can fit in one of these bags. I will say that there are like some divots and stuff in these. So if you want these to be like beautiful, pristine, I would still freeze dry them for probably 2 hours. But if you were in a pinch and need to freeze dry something really fast to bring to an event or something, the marshmallows you could have done in a total of 30 minutes freeze drying time and packaging time, which is kind of amazing. But I mean, you do get these little divots, which if they stayed in longer, they would still just be in the nice puffed up shape. The last thing to do is just heat seal the tops. Look how stinking cute these look in the bags. Aren't those just so cute? They make me so happy. So happy. I have found that freeze-dried candy lasts about 4 to 5 months in Mylar bags. You do not add oxygen absorbers to freeze-dried candy. You just need to store them in Mylar, heat seal them shut, and then just make sure you use, or if you're selling them, you sell them within a few months. It's not something that's gonna last for like years and years, like the food does that you store with oxygen absorbers in solid Mylar bags. I'm not going to be able to hide these from my kids until Easter. I may need to let them have them before then. It's still very cold, obviously, here in Alaska, and they want hot chocolate all the time. So I may need to let them bust into these to enjoy them in a cup of hot chocolate. You know what? Actually, I am going to make a thing of hot chocolate and show you how these look when they go into the hot cup, because it really is fun. It's like an experience. So let's do that. Should we do the bees or the bunny and the carrot? I think we should do a bee. That would be fun. Okay, I'll meet you upstairs a little bit later today and we will do the hot chocolate and show you how these melt, and they're really fun. All right, we got the kiddos. We're gonna try out the bees and the carrot for the hot cocoa. Go ahead and drop them. Ooh. Can you hear the sizzle? Why'd you put them face down? I want to see their faces melt. Now, I let this hot cocoa cool off a lot, so it's going to take a little while to dissolve, but you can see it bubbling.
Ooh.
You're gonna have carrot hot chocolate.
Ooh.
You're gonna have honey hot chocolate.
It's more
Carrot cake. Can I want to drink it.
You can have a drink.
This looks quite something.
It's the eyebrows.
Oh, this is the eyebrow. Lincoln, that's its stripe.
Man, I have gone through 3 of these today.
Is that good, Wes?
Yeah.
How's the eyebrow?
It's not an eyebrow.
How's the stripe?
Good. I ate part of it. It tastes good.
So that turned out super fun. I hope you make these this Easter. And remember, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye, friends.